in the new member orientation now. And to start with, anyone can tell me what is Pathways? Have you heard of this before? I think except Vidushi, others can, if others can answer, because I think Vidushi has already understood what Pathways is. Anyone have heard what Pathways is?
Yeah, Shivani.
Yes.
So let me try
Yes,
once.
please.
So when you join Toastmaster and when you are a Toastmaster member, then there are 11 pathways, out of which you need to select one pathway initially, and there are certain levels. And
Right.
for each levels, there are uh, pre-specified number of speeches which you need to complete. Then you can go to next level. So that's what I heard. But I
Very, very
want to know
nicely
more.
explained, Naveen. Definitely we'll explain more. Vidushi, if you can make me co-host, please, I can screen share then
Sure,
and we can
definitely.
start. But rightly explained, Naveen, there are 11 paths in total in Toastmasters. Okay, so another question, if someone else can answer, you guys are enrolled as members. So have you received your login credentials from Toastmasters International? The email? Can someone confirm that?
Yes.
Anyone else? Rajiv?
No, I haven't checked on the same. I actually not regularly. I check my personal email ID, but
Okay.
not sure whether credentials are there or not.
Okay. So the very first task after we are done with this session is to check your emails and see your login credentials. There must be a link to set your password, and so that you can, log into Toastmasters International website. So that's the task one for all of you. And now I will quickly share my screen. Let me know when you can see my screen. Vidushi, can you
Yes,
confirm?
I can see.
And you see Toastmasters website, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so now I am logged in to Toastmasters International website. And so the first step would be to check your email, set your password, and make sure you log in. So once you are logged in, you are a paid member, so you will be having the access. So the first step would be to go to education programs. So first of all, the entire website is very user-friendly. It's advisable to go through the website, read as much as you can. So to tell about Pathways, I'll go to education programs. There is Pathways. I'll click on Pathways. And then if we scroll down, we will see different things here. And the one that we need right now is choose a path. So I'll click on choose a path. And they will ask you these questions. Select your path language. So it will be English. How would you like to access your material? It will be digital resource. We do not want the printed ones because that is paid, and digital ones is free of cost. How would you like to select your learning path? So this is very important aspect. So now, as Naveen has already mentioned, there are 9 different paths and you have to choose only one out of those 9. So out of those 11. So there are different paths like dynamic leadership, motivational strategies. You must have seen in the flyer itself, there are different logos for different paths. So first of all, the first strategy is that what is most appropriate that you feel that you are here for. For example, if you are here to improve your presentation, so there is a path called presentation mastery. If you are here specifically for leadership, there are paths like dynamic leadership, leadership development. There is also a path for strategic relationship. There is a path for visionary communication. So if you are already clear that what you want, then you can just quickly go and select that path. So I'll click on view all path. Or the second option is take an assessment. I personally suggest all of you to take an assessment. If I'll go and take an assessment, it will show me different set of questions. I'll just show one or two for example here, but I suggest that after this session, you go and take this assessment. It will ask you very basic questions. Select 3 topics you are interested in learning about from the list below. So for example, if someone wants to improve on public speaking, and any one of you can answer if what you are interested in out of all these, any 3.
Negotiation.
Which one? Negotiation.
Negotiation.
Okay. Utkarsh, what about you? Pick any one.
Motivating others.
Motivating others. Okay, so now we have 3 and we'll go to next question. Which of the following topics is most related to personal and professional goals that brought you to Toastmasters?
Public speaking.
Okay, public speaking. Learning about dash will help me significantly in my personal and professional life. It can be public speaking, negotiation, motivating others. Whatever you feel that you want to improve on, you will click that. Move to the next question, and so on. There are a few set of questions. You will answer all of these, and then I'll just close it here because I want all of you to go back with this task as well. First, to check your emails, log into the platform. Second is to take this assessment. So once you take this assessment and complete all this questionnaire, the system, the Toastmasters International, will suggest you top three paths out of 11. So they have narrowed it down to top 3, and then it's up to you which one you want to go with. So this was about path selection. Once your path is selected, so this is the place where you have to come, education programs, and then scrolling down to go with choose a path, and this is how the screen appears. So this was the first thing that I wanted to tell you all. The second is, once you have selected your path, so now since I have selected my path, so I just want to show you Basecamp. What is Basecamp? You can go from here as well, go to Basecamp, or it is showing me right here as well. So Basecamp is a place where all your projects, like the path, and inside a path there are different levels, and in the levels there are different projects that you have to complete to make sure that those levels get complete, and ultimately that whole path can get complete, right? So this is the right place for you all. Clicking on access, I'll go to Basecamp and show you how it looks like, so that once you have selected your path, you know where to go to track your progress. This is just for me. Just ignore this screen. Okay. So those who are the EC members, executive committee members, they will also have login as Basecamp manager, but you all right now, when you go, you will only see this button, go to Basecamp. So I want to show you my path, so I will click on go to Basecamp. So when we are here, we'll click on paths and learning. I'll click this. Okay, so as you all can see, the path name is motivational strategies, right? So whichever path you will select will appear here like this, and you will click on open curriculum. And this way it will show you level 1. Each path has 5 levels and a path completion project. So each level have, like I was mentioning, certain projects. So level 1 has the first speech is common for all the, whichever path you choose, level 1 is common for all the path. The major difference comes in as we move to 3rd, 4th or 5th level, right? How each path is different from each other. So level 1 icebreaker speech, you have to tell about yourself, and so on. There are different projects, and once you are completed all these 4, you can see here that minimum required speeches are 4. So once you have given these 4 speeches, you will be able to complete your level 1, and you can mark it complete. So whatever project you have to deliver, project means to deliver a speech of 5 to 7 minutes. The icebreaker speech is 4 to 6 minutes. So you will click here, launch, and it will have a certain, a very nice, like a proper video or a slideshow to tell you about that program, what that project wants from you, what is the purpose of the project, right? And what is the evaluation sheet. So evaluation sheet, you have to send it across to your speech evaluator so that they know what is the purpose of the project that you have to deliver, and they can evaluate you basis on those. So once you launch a project, it will open up. Just a second. Any questions as of now?
Yes,
Any
Shivani,
question?
I have one
Yes.
question.
Yes, please.
So I wanted to know that how do we complete that a speech in that level? Because I had given my icebreaker,
Yes.
but it's showing tick in yours, but it's not showing a tick in my pathway. So I was a little confused.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. So first, this opens up and everyone can read the entire. We can just mark it like this, going ahead. And like you can see this. The purpose of this project is to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. And this is the overview. So once you go through all these points that's here by going ahead by this arrow, you will understand the purpose of this project, and they will guide you. They will tell you, have all the materials in there to help you prepare. However, the speech needs to be your own personal speech where you write your thoughts, but they give you a little overview of what is expected, right? So Vidushi, coming to what you mentioned, in order to have that tick once your level 1, the entire all the projects are completed, there is, once you move ahead, they will ask you access your skills before. So just make sure that you mark all this, give yourself pointer that what you are, what your skills are before you have delivered the speech. And then they will, once you have read this and delivered a speech, there is complete your assignment, right? And then we have evaluation. So for anyone who will select the path, read this material, please also download your evaluation resource. These are the links to download your evaluation resource. I can show you one. This is how the evaluation sheet looks like. And when it is your prepared speech, for example, it's Utkarsh's icebreaker speech, and evaluator wants the evaluation sheet. So when you have nominated yourself to deliver your prepared speech, it is your responsibility to give this evaluation sheet to your respective evaluator, right? Because they will be giving all the recommendations basis on this sheet. So they can, for the evaluator, they know this is the project and the purpose, and the time is 5 to 7 minutes. So this sheet comes handy. Okay.
So Shivani, one question
Yes.
here. So when we deliver speeches, speech on Saturday,
Yeah.
so then evaluator generally shares his or her feedback to us. Then we need to share this form with him, and
Before
he'll
the
share.
speech. So before your speech, a day before, it's preferred that a day before you share your evaluation sheet with the evaluator. So the evaluator also come prepared. They know what your purpose of project is, so that they can evaluate you basis on that. Right? Before every speaker's speech, you all must have noticed that the evaluator is called upon to read the purpose of the project, right? So that is very important in Toastmasters, that whatever speech you are delivering, it has a purpose. What is the purpose of that speech? So if it's an icebreaker speech, the purpose is to introduce yourself to everyone. If it's a mentorship related speech, then it has a purpose that you have to learn different mentoring styles, different communication styles, and so on. So there are different projects based on that. So now you have seen where to download the evaluation resource from.
And Shivani, one question, how the evaluator gets decided?
So VP Education decides it. There are executive committee here who do all this stuff of planning the meeting, organizing the meeting. So VP Education sets the agenda. So like I reach out to all of you to ask if you want to take this role, take this role. So just out of experience, the VP Education knows very well which evaluator will be best suited to that particular speaker, and so all this comes with experience that for example, it's Vidushi's speech and she has given 3 speeches, and in all 3 speeches evaluator was Ashish, for example. But this is not what I would suggest. I make sure that there is a shuffle of evaluators. There are times when we have less members or less senior members, for say, who become evaluator, but I always prefer, when I am delivering a speech or I am assigning evaluator to someone else, that there is a different evaluator each time, or maybe after 1 or 2 speech, we do not repeat the evaluator, so that every evaluator comes up with different observation, different commendation and recommendation. So in order to grow as a speaker, it's very important to take the feedback from different evaluators, right? And to be an evaluator, you have to complete, I'll show you. So I'll show you that how one can be an evaluator. Right now, when you have recently joined a club, you can take different roles, but general evaluator and evaluator is usually 2 senior members, but you have to complete a certain eligibility to be the speech evaluator. To answer Vidushi's question of having that tick. So Vidushi, we did access our skills before, right? So similarly, we also have to. So once you have done access your skills before and access your skills after, right? Done a self-evaluation, then it will show you this congratulations. And once it shows you this, then you will have the tick over here. And ultimately, once all the projects have tick, the level 1 will be having a tick.
All right, all right.
Yes. Okay, so now I was mentioning about how to be an speech evaluator. So once you have given your icebreaker speech, and in your level 2, there is this project evaluation and feedback, which requires you to deliver a speech. Then you have to take feedback from your evaluator and then again deliver a speech incorporating that feedback. So you have understood the importance of feedback and what evaluators suggestions that they give you. So after that, you have to become a speech evaluator, to preferably an icebreaker. And then afterwards, you can start taking up the evaluator role. Maybe it's not always, it comes with experience also. If someone is in level 1, it's preferable, and they're very new speech evaluator, we suggest that they evaluate speech of the project which they have already done. For example, if someone has already given icebreaker and is now eligible to be evaluator because they have done this project as well. So initially, for first 1 or 2 times, we will suggest that they evaluate only an icebreaker speech, right? Because it doesn't require a lot of in-depth observation. But if someone is at level 4, we would definitely prefer to have someone. It's okay to have a level 2 evaluator also for an level 4 speaker. It's regardless, because in Toastmasters, it's not about which level you are at. It's about getting a feedback from anyone who is, good in evaluation. That's it. So, but there are certain projects which are quite tricky or quite, which require some sort of experience. So in general, we as a VP Education, we make sure that the speaker is benefited. That's our first and the foremost, because you all are here to learn and grow. So it's extremely important to get a good feedback, wherein your good points, that is your commendations, are appreciated, as well as you get some takeaway, some areas of improvement. The evaluator has observed so well that they have taken out those points where you can improve and grow. So it is very important to have good recommendations also from your evaluator. Right. So this was about pathways. Any questions for the platform? Because now it's 9:23 and I would like to wrap up, because I have told everything that's in here in pathways. This is how the Basecamp looks. So the task is to check your emails, log into TI, choose your path and just have a look, get familiarized with the website and the Basecamp. This was about pathways. Any questions till now?
Generally, how much time it takes to complete one pathway?
Yeah, this is a
and
question
yeah.
that always comes up whenever I'm doing a new member orientation. So it's extremely situational, Naveen. I know from my past 5 years experience, I have seen both side of people, and I suggest not to be both the sides that I'm telling you right now. One side is that members are so slow, they don't deliver speeches, they take years and years just to complete a level or 1 or 2 levels and so on. They give one speech in 6 months. We are not here to be afraid, or we are here to overcome that fear. So we have to be proactive in delivering speeches, right? So let's not be that one side that I have told you. The other side is, I have also seen members who are so much into Toastmasters that they have just made it a sort of a challenge that, okay, I have to complete level 1 in just 1 month, which is practically not possible. And personally, if I have to give an advice, please do not do that. There is no rush. No one is running anywhere. If you are just completing levels or delivering speeches for the sake of delivering, and you are not incorporating the feedback that you have received in your previous speech, and you are not taking different roles that a Toastmasters meeting offers, you are not growing. So to grow, my suggestion would be deliver a speech, take a counter role. Deliver a speech, take table topic master role. Deliver a speech, take Toastmaster of the day role. Take timer role, and then again deliver a speech, and so on. So have a healthy balance of delivering speeches as well as helping club by taking other roles, because taking other roles is equally important to run the meeting, first of all, to help EC team, because if everyone wants to deliver a speech, it's extremely difficult to run the entire meeting, right? And second of the thing is, the growth is not just in delivering speeches and getting feedback. There is a big set of growth in taking up those different roles. Toastmaster of the day tells you how to be a host, how to run the entire show on your own, right? Table topic master teaches us how to, when someone gives give a speech impromptu. First of all, it requires a sort of learning to come up with topics. Second, when someone delivers a speech, you have to, you are hosting that session, so you will say a line or two once they are done with their speech. So that line or two that you are speaking by saying, oh, great job done, I totally agree with you with what you said, that itself impromptu brings a lot of confidence in you. Timer is very important. A counter is such a important role. I don't know who I was telling earlier, but it increases active listening skills, a counter role, right? Yeah, Bhavna, I was talking to you, right? So Bhavna has taken up a counter role in tomorrow's meeting, and this role is such a good role. Entire meeting, you get too much into listening what the speaker has to say, but at the same time you have to be alert enough to note down the or so and all the filler words that a speaker is inadvertently speaking. So in order to tell them that where they can improve, also it increases our active listening skills, right? So this is just a glimpse of what I believe to have a healthy balance of taking up roles, helping the EC team, delivering your speeches, and completing levels. And in to answer Naveen's question now, how much time it takes, ideally to complete one level, it should be 3 months, 4 months. And to complete an entire path, it's good to do it in 1.5 years or so. So and it's totally up to you. Second of the thing is, you can, once you are a Toastmaster, it's not just that you are an eloquent Toastmaster. You can just attend the meetings in Eloquent. You can attend meeting all across the world. You are a Toastmaster, your fees is paid. You can attend any and every meeting of Toastmasters anywhere across the world, be it physically or virtually. But you can take up roles in their meetings, give speeches in other clubs as well. So once you have done your level 1, start uh, you know going in other clubs also to deliver one speech or take up any role, because that also increases confidence, and you speak in a different set of audience. So it's also one of the learnings that I would suggest. Any questions?
Yeah,
Naveen? Yeah, yes, Raj.
thank you for the feedback, Shivani. And just for knowledge sake, you are the VP Education at present.
No. So VP Education, VP Education on the books is Vidushi Madan. She is currently traveling to Dubai, and she was occupied with some work. So currently, president of our club and VP Education of our club are on and off. But so that's why I am just as an active volunteer, I would say, just pitching in or filling in for my friends. But okay, so now, so that, if that answers your question, Rajiv.
Yeah,
I
sure.
am
Thank
I am officially the secretary of Eloquent Toastmasters in the term which is ending this month, and now we have elections tomorrow. So that is also one thing that I would like to cover. Any other questions for pathways?
Shivani, one last question. So I understood about the completion of this pathways and all. So when we complete, suppose we complete one pathway in 2 years, then the second pathway will get unlocked, or we can select only one pathway.
Only one path is free that comes with your membership, first time membership. Your first
Okay.
path is free of cost. That is, the money of it is covered in your first time fee of becoming a member. Second path will cost you some amount. It's written there on the website. You can see, I don't know how many dollars it is, but it is of some cost. However, Toastmasters
$20.
International, Toastmasters International do come up with some or the other schemes. So I remember in 2020 or 2021, they came up with a scheme that in just 1 month, they open a window that anyone can select a second path and it will be free of cost. So I selected that. I have already completed my first path in my other club, that is my corporate club where I work. That was dynamic leadership. And the path that I'm showing you right now here is motivational strategy, which I started in Eloquent, is second path, but luckily I got it free of cost, but otherwise it is paid. Okay, if that answers.
Okay,
And
thank you. Yeah,
great.
thank you.
One thing more, when you complete your level, for example, I have just today marked it my level 1 complete, because I have already given all these 4 speeches which are required in level 1. So once I mark it complete, so like I was showing you earlier, that I also have access to Basecamp Manager. So the VP Education or president, mainly it is a job of VP Education, they log in as that Basecamp Manager, and they have to approve that level that you have submitted here. So it goes through that step of VP Education just to make sure that, because VP Education would know that you have genuinely delivered all these speeches or not, right? So they will approve, and then they will file your award, and then it will be marked that your level 1 is done officially on Toastmasters International website. Okay, without taking much of your time, I think the questions are answered. Let me know if you can see the PPT now.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for confirming, Vidushi. So I'm starting from slide number 28. I will share this deck with you because all the above slides we have already covered. We have done this, right? You can also have a look later on Toastmasters International website also about different 11 paths that are there. I'm starting this PPT from slide number 29, leadership opportunities. So till now, we have focused on the public speaking side of Toastmasters. To improve public speaking in Toastmasters, we have to come to meeting regularly, take different roles, give speeches, and that will help us on the communication side of learnings. However, to improve our leadership in Toastmasters, it is very important to take up the executive committee role. To give you a brief about leadership opportunities in Toastmasters International overall, Toastmasters is divided into, so there are board of directors, then we have regions, which includes different countries, then we have district, so we come under District 41. District 41 includes Nepal, some parts of India, and then we have divisions. Can anyone tell me, except Vidushi, which division we fall under? Okay, Vidushi, which division?
Sorry,
No one?
Division H.
Yes, Division H. It might get changed in the next month because the new term is starting. So the term of Toastmasters annual is 1st July to June of the next year. So that's the annual term. So we currently are under Division H and Area 2. So Division H, Area 2 is mostly of the clubs in Gurgaon. So all the clubs in Gurgaon area are in H2 area, and there are other areas as well which are Gurgaon having clubs that are located in Gurgaon, but we are under H2. So after area, it's club, and then in clubs there are members. So a member belongs to a club. There are different clubs that belong to area, different areas that belong to divisions, and so on, like you can see in this flow. Moving ahead, club, so area and division has area director, division director. District level, we have district director, program quality director. They are the senior leaders of Toastmasters. So if we, to guide and support a club, area director usually visits the club. So currently our area director is Ashish himself. Ashish Agarwal is area director of our H2 area. And then we have division director and so on. Now in club, there are different roles like you can see here. President, vice president education, vice president membership, vice president public relations, secretary, treasurer, surgeon at arms. How many of you have heard which of the role till now the most? Or you know what their role is?
This TM or the Toastmaster of the day.
Okay, so now that is a role. Toastmaster of the day is a meeting role. So we are currently talking about leadership opportunities in club, which are having 7 officers, EC officers, executive committee officers. So it has president, vice president education, vice president membership, VP PR, secretary, treasurer, and surgeon at arms. So now a quick question. When the meeting starts, who starts the meeting? The first
Sergeant at
person.
arms.
Yes, surgeon at arms. So currently our SAA, surgeon at arms, is Ashish, and he starts the meeting by telling us the mission of the club, the rules that we have to switch off our phone, and all of those rules that he tells. So it is a job of surgeon at arms, right? To circulate the voting link once the meeting ends, and then we vote for our favorite role players. So that job comes under surgeon at arms. Then we have treasurer. Treasurer is someone who collects the money, the fees that you pay, and enroll you in the Toastmaster International website as a member. So whenever the renewal cycle comes in, so when in October, new renewal cycle will start and we have to renew our membership because we have paid our dues only till October. So at that time, the treasurer will be circulating the message, asking everyone to renew their membership. So that job comes under treasurer. Also, treasurer takes care of the funds. So if we are planning any special meeting or the amount that we give to the booking the meeting room, all of this is paid by treasurer. So they take care of the funds. Secretary is someone who circulates the minutes of the meeting and holds the EC meeting, or if we have to send out any meeting link, and makes sure that the EC, and if EC requires to meet up, secretary takes care of that. VP Public Relation, can anyone tell what's the job of VP Public Relations?
To enroll the new members to the club?
Okay, that comes under VP membership. That's not wrong. It's right, but that's fall under vice president membership. To enroll so whatever onboarding that a new member gets, what happens? You come as a guest, then as a guest after 2-3 meetings or few meetings, someone approaches you by telling you that how you can get enrolled as a member, what all steps you have to follow, what all details you have to give. So membership onboarding is taken care by VP membership. VP Public Relations, however, is a creative person, the most creative head of the entire EC team. So all the beautiful flyers that you see that go out is a Vice President Public Relations. So, and it is extremely important to send out those communications, because if we don't receive those messages, those flyers, we might miss out on meetings or the information, the club updates. So you all stay connected with all the updates that are happening in the club. If a new member is joining, to making sure that we welcome them nicely with a flyer, a meeting is happening, a special meeting is happening, any success by any of the member is celebrated in the club WhatsApp group. That's the major channel that we use. So that is done by VPPR. Any communication that goes inside the club or externally in the area, division, or district is taken care by VP Public Relations, an extremely important role. And now it comes VP Education. VP Education sets the agenda of the meeting, reaches out to member, asking them to nominate for different roles, takes care of the growth of each club member by ensuring that they deliver speeches, complete their projects, and they also assign mentors to each member. So you have recently joined, all of you, but soon you will be told that who is your mentor. So does anyone here have a mentor and you know your mentor name? Apart from those who have very recently joined?
Yes, mine is Vidushi only, Vidushi Madan.
Vidushi Madan, okay, very nice. So each member will have an assigned mentor. So if they need any help in speech writing, if they need any help in understanding a role, or they are facing any challenges, or they are facing any personal challenges due to which they are unable to make to meeting, or any concerns, it's always advisable to connect with your mentor, take guidance from them, and take their advices and suggestions to have your journey in Toastmasters smooth and going. And then comes President. President is the presiding officer of the meeting. Presiding officer is someone who, after SA starts the meeting, then the person who addresses the guests, welcome them, tell the club updates to everyone is the presiding officer. So presiding officer is speaks in the start of the meeting and to the end of the meeting. And the president, like the name suggests, is the rank 1 officer of the club, and they make sure that all the EC members are doing their job well. And president is someone who works closely with VP Education, VP PR, and just ensuring that all the major roles are taken care well. And if any EC member is facing any challenges, definitely president will be one person they will be reaching out to for help, right? So that was all. Any questions in this particular space? I specifically wanted to tell you all about this because tomorrow we have EC elections. Being the paid member of club, you all are eligible to nominate yourself. This question comes to must be coming to your mind that we are too new. We understand like some are extremely new, they have just joined recent in this week itself. But if you understand your role well, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me and you are really interested. But definitely take up the role only when you have that sort of time and that sort of time that is required in that role. So that's that. Any questions? Any
Seems it
questions?
good. No, it's good till now.
Great. So I think that was all from my end. If you have any questions, just let me know, or let me know how the session was. Was it helpful? And I will send the PPT that I was sharing in the chat group itself so that you all can access it. And definitely check your emails, log into TI, choose your path, and definitely take roles actively in the club meeting.
Thank you so much for the session, Shivani.
Thank you, Rajiv. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Shivani.
Bye.
Thank you, Shivani.
Bye.
Bye.